Hello students, good morning. Dear students, today this is the lecture number 23rd and the topic is excretion. We are going to discuss about the excretion, and according to your syllabus we mainly describe here about the excretory system of human, or you can say that excretory system of man. So students, let's going to start the topic excretion. First, going to define the excretion. What is excretion? In short, students, you can define the removal of nitrogenous waste. The removal of nitrogenous waste substances. It includes ammonia, urea, uric acid, creatine, creatinine, globules like the nitrogenous substances which are filtered inside the kidney into the glomerulus. So students, the definition is to be very easy and short to learn. So now again going to define excretion: the removal of nitrogenous waste substances which are formed after the process of metabolic biochemical reactions. These nitrogenous substances are formed after the metabolic biochemical reactions from outside the body. It means where they are removed, they are just removed from outside the body. Inside to outside the body is known as excretion. Students, as human beings are ureotelic because they excrete out their nitrogenous waste substances in the form of urine. So here we have to mainly study about the excretory system of human. Here there is a diagram of excretory system of human, and as an excretory system of human, it consists of a pair of kidneys. What? A pair of kidneys. Next, ureter, and these are the bean-shaped structures. You look, this is the right kidney and this is the left kidney. These are just bean-shaped, bean seed-shaped structures called kidney. Now students, ureter, the second one structure, that is the ureter, and the next one is the urinary bladder. We describe each of the topic one by one. Urinary bladder, and the last one is the students, after the urinary bladder, is urethra. What? Urethra. Thus students, these are the parts through which the excretory system of human is made up of. So let's first going to define about kidney. Each kidney is bean-shaped structure, lies in the peritoneum. Where it lies in the peritoneum cavity, just either side of our vertebral column in the ventral side. Yes student, this lies in the ventral side, just either side of the both vertebral column. The right kidney is slightly located somewhat in compared to the left kidney, lower than the left ones, and each kidney is of about 11 centimeter long, 6 centimeter wide and about 3 centimeter thick. You can imagine the structure or shape of a kidney by visualizing or imagining a shape of seed. It means you imagine about 11 centimeter long, 6 centimeter wide and 3 centimeter thick bean shaped structure. So this is the shape, size and structure of kidney. Each kidney is reddish brown in color and they are filled with a mesovarium, or you can say that mesovarium type of tissues that is called the renal tissues or renal cover. Students, the term renal capsule, not cover, here we use the term capsule. The renal term is just the name of the kidney. Kidney is also biologically known as renal. So here the renal term is related with the kidney. Is that clear? The students, on each kidney there is a cap-like structure. As you examine here, cap-like structure are located. This is called adrenal gland or suprarenal gland. Adrenal or suprarenal gland. Okay. Each of the adrenal or suprarenal gland has two parts. It is just light yellowish in color and having red dotted structures on their surface. It means in the cortex part of the each suprarenal gland, and its medullary part is located inside and bounded by the cortex part. Both perform very unique function with the secretion of important types of hormones, as well as you can say that the substances. We are talking about the function of the adrenal gland or suprarenal gland in the chapter that is control and coordination system. So here I skip about adrenal gland. Okay. Now students, this is the descending aorta. This will be descending aorta that coming from the left side of our heart, and this is the inferior vena cava that is descending from the right side of our heart. So these both portal systems, or you can say that renal and venous systems, are associated with the kidney, where the pure blood, from the pure blood, the nitrogenous based substances is removed. Students, I use the term pure blood. What is the means of pure blood? Actually, the oxygenated blood is called pure blood. It never the presence of any nitrogenous based substances. If the blood contains oxygen, called pure blood, either the nitrogenous based substance is present. But when carbon dioxide is present as a gaseous transportation, so called deoxygenated blood or impure blood. Is that clear? So here the filtration of the blood takes place. And this is the students renal artery, just enters the left and right both side of the kidney through the region that is called hilum, and from where the ureter is called. This is the hilum region from where the ureter is arising, and this is the renal vein. I cross the renal vein so that you can differentiate very well. The crosses or shaded structure is the renal vein, and not shaded structure is the renal artery. Is that clear? And the term renal means kidney. Okay. ureters are arises from the pelvis region of the kidney, that is called iler. What? Iler. And this is the students urinary bladder. There is a descending aorta. Urinary bladder. What is urinary bladder? It is a thick sac-like muscular structure that can hold about 500 to 700 ml of urine at a time. And the sphincter muscles lies in this region that helps in collecting and absorb the pressure of the 5 to 700 of ml of urine. After that, the pressure created and the information sent to our brain. So we are conscious about the process of micturition and going to discharge or remove the collected urine inside the urinary bladder. And more about ureter, students. Ureter is of about 25 cm long. This is a 25 cm long tube. About 12.5 cm part, it means half part, lies in the abdominal cavity, in the abdominal region. But rest of the 12.5 cm lies in the lower half of the pelvis region. Is that clear? Now this is the opening of ureter. Each ureter opens inside the urinary bladder with a minute opening through which the drop by drop urine is collected inside the urinary bladder. Now student, the last one is the urethra. This is the last part of the urinary tract. Urethra is about 18 to 20 cm long urinary tract, and this is a common urinogenital tract in human because it not only helps in the passage of the urine but also helps in the passage of the semen in human male after the attaining the age of puberty. Okay. During ejaculation. Now students, whereas the female urethra is just of about 4 cm long and it just it means comparatively smaller than the male, and it is only carrying the urine, so it is not as the common urinogenital canal, but the human urethra is a common urinary tract as well as the tract for the semen. That's why called common urinogenital canal. Thus students, this is the just structure of the excretory system of human. We more about the excretory system of man by learning the internal structure of human kidney and the structural and functional units, it means nephron according to our syllabus. So we will meet in next video lecture. Thanks for joining today's lecture.